Just check if the internet is working.
All right, guys. Good evening. Just put on the chat where you are talking to us from, which city, which country. Let us know if you are listening to us, if you can see us properly. Okay. Elisa is checking here on her mobile,
Yeah, let me
and
just check. Okay, okay. Now we are live.
okay. So without further ado, click it off, please.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Now it's boiling hot this May bank holiday, but we will carry on.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So, as I said, without further ado, let's get into the content from this live tonight. And yeah, let's go. So, every month, your credit cards work incredibly hard, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah, so what I mean by that, it processes every grocery shop, every subscription,
Yeah.
every bill you pay, being it online or offline, every coffee, every takeaway, every online order. Every single one of those transactions generates value.
Yes, it does. And I mean, here is the question we want to start with you today. Okay, where is that value going?
Yeah, because it is going somewhere. It always is. But the question is whether it's going to you or to someone else.
Yes. Yeah. Last week we showed you what happens when that value goes to an airline instead of a cash price. Like we did the New York example, £120 in taxes instead of the £847 for the same seats.
Yeah. And at the end of that life, we made you a promise.
Yes.
We said that next week we were going to show you the one thing that most people in the UK are doing with their credit card, and that that thing they're doing makes the bank richer,
Yeah.
and or someone else richer, and does absolutely nothing for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is that episode. Let us get into it. Okay?
Well, guys, welcome to the Extreme Miles Club Lounge. As you know by now, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Elisa. We are the founders of Extreme Miles, and we help UK professionals, families, and complete beginners save up to 90% on flights using miles, points, credit card points, and everyday spending.
Yeah, so let us start with something most people do not realize.
Yeah.
You do not only earn miles by flying. That is the assumption that keeps most people outside this world.
Yeah, he keeps most of these people outside of the world entirely.
Yeah.
And I had that assumption for a long time. I thought miles were for people on planes every week for work. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of people think that.
Yeah.
But the main engine is your everyday spending, your groceries, your subscriptions,
Yeah.
your bills, your online shopping. All of that is generating value right now.
Yeah. And right now, while you are watching this live session, that value is going straight to the bank.
Yeah, exactly. Every time you spend on a standard credit card, the kind that come with your current account, for example, or a basic card from a high street bank,
Yeah.
the bank earns on that transaction.
They
You
always
know,
are.
you might get a tiny amount of cash back, but the value you're spending what the value you spending generates is going almost entirely to them.
Yeah, and that is the thing we promised you last week.
Yeah.
That is the one thing most people in UK, like you, are doing with their card that makes the bank richer and does nothing for them, like you.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah,
Now, what if that same spending, the same groceries,
yeah,
the same subscriptions, the same online shopping went somewhere else instead, into a miles currency, into a program that turns your everyday spending into flights.
yeah. There is not just one program. There is a whole landscape. Imagine that. Walk me through walk me through it because I think, a lot of people watching right now, they think it's just obvious.
Yeah, right. Avios is the most known currency in the UK. But at the highest level, there are two types of currency in this world, program specific and flexible.
Yeah.
So the program specific currency means they are tied to one airline ecosystem. Avios works across the British Airways family, BA, Iberia, Aer Lingus, Finnair, and some others. Flying Blue is Air France and KLM.
Yeah.
And Virgin Flying Club is Virgin Atlantic and their partners. You earn in that world. You spend in that world.
Yeah, and the flexible?
Well, the flexible American Express membership rewards is the main one in the UK.
Yeah.
You earn Amex points and you can transfer them to multiple programs like Avios, Flying Blue, Virgin Flying Club,
Yeah.
Emirates, and more.
Yeah.
It's one port and multiple destinations. Yeah.
Yeah. So if one program changes their prices, if one of program changes their prices or their charge, I mean, you are not locked in,
Yeah, you have options. And in a market that moves as much as this one does, having options is good.
Yeah.
That flexibility matters a lot.
So which one do you choose? That's what a lot of people think. They ask like several times.
Well, that depends.
What would be like my best choice?
That depends entirely on where you want to go, and there is a mistake that the majority make. They start earning before having a destination. So the program should follow the destination, not the other way.
Yeah, well, that's true. So, I mean, this starting point is not the card.
No, it's
Well,
not.
it is the destinations you want to travel in.
Yeah, always. And before we go ahead on this, I just want to clarify that another difference, it might be implicit, but I will just say it
Yeah.
to confirm to people, is that the flexible currency, like the Amex reward points, um, because why is important to have a destination in mind? Because then you are not, as Elisa said before, you're not locked into one company, one
Yeah.
program. So if you have a destination in mind, you can then look at which program serves this
Yeah, the
destination.
program, inside of the credit card rewards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can
So
you
people
can
can
check.
understand, like I
You
said.
can use some tools, some like flight connections, for instance, and go there and see like, I want to go Singapore, and then you go to this tool and then you see which airlines operate from your origin to that destination,
Yeah.
and then if you have a flexible currency like the Amex rewards, you can choose which one to use.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Basically.
so this is just an explanation that I wanted to make sure you understand.
Yeah.
But now let's talk about what this actually looks in practice, okay? Because I think the moment most people really feel this is when they see real numbers on real flights.
Yeah, yeah. And I want to be very specific because vague claims about what your spending could earn do not, they don't help anyone.
Yeah.
You know?
So let's take a real household.
Yeah.
You know, two adults, normal life in UK. They spend between 1,500 and 2,000 a month.
No, 200. No, 20, yeah.
1,500 and 2,000 pounds. Okay?
It's always hit.
Yeah. Across all the categories that make up everyday life, groceries, transport,
Like
bill,
we mentioned earlier.
yeah, like we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
So they spend all this amount of money on these categories.
Yeah, that's a genuine average. Uh, that is not like a big, you're not being like a big spender.
No, this is what the Office for National Statistics says
Yeah.
an average family in
The
UK
ONS.
spend monthly. So on a standard cashback card at 0.5%, which
Yeah.
is actually considered decent for a standard card, that 1,500 earns them like £7.50 a month, £90 a year, from £18,000 spending of annual bills and subscriptions and stuff like that.
Yeah, so £90. £90 per year.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Now, that same spending through an earning card, like the free British Airways American Express credit card, earns one Avios per pound on purchases where Amex is accepted.
Yeah.
And this is important. Not every bill can be paid on Amex.
Yeah.
So some energy providers, some broadband suppliers, some councils,
Yeah.
they do not accept Amex. Which is why the free Barclaycard Avios Mastercard matters. It earns one Avios per pound too, everywhere Amex is not accepted.
Yeah.
So between the two cards, every pound of your everyday spending is earning something.
Yeah.
Can be
Yeah.
covered to earn something.
Yeah, so you're not like choosing one or the other. You are running both in this example.
Yeah, exactly. The Amex, where it works,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then the Barclay card everywhere else.
Yeah.
Both are free, both earn Avios on every pound.
Yeah.
And if you want to step up a little bit, to let's say 1.5 Avios per pound,
Yeah.
the BA Amex Premium Plus earns that rate or for I think it's £300 annual fee.
Yeah.
And you also have the Barclay card Avios Plus,
Yeah.
which earns the same 1.5 at £240 a year in fees. With that average spending we just mentioned, this means anywhere between 18,000 Avios to 36,000 Avios per year,
That's
depending on the card you have.
So, I mean, considering all that, so what does a year of earning actually build towards?
Well,
we know, but they don't. They don't have ideas.
Let's
use
real flights, okay? Flights we looked up this
Yeah.
week on the BA website.
Or the majority was me doing the research, of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
because I love doing your research.
Yeah, she's the research girl.
Yeah.
Okay, so she looked at London to Barcelona, one person, return in September 2026.
Yeah.
In a few months.
Yeah.
Okay, off-peak dates, 26,000 Avios and £2
Yeah.
in taxes under the Reward Flight Saver scheme from British Airways. The same flight in cash on British Airways, £299 and 65 pence.
Yeah. So 26,000 Avios and £2 instead of almost £300. on the same airline, the same flight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So same route, same dates, same airline,
Yeah,
London
I
to
did.
Bologna now.
Yeah.
Same dates, also off peak, also 26,000 Avios and £2. The cash price for this one, £329 and 25 pence.
Yeah, and those are European short haul.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because what about the research I did about, the further afield?
Well, you should know about it. I have to say that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because I show the,
yes,
the
okay.
numbers and everything
We
to
divide.
you.
You do the research, and I say that.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
so good at explaining stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Remember, I did Canada.
okay,
Because
yeah.
a lot of people ask for Canada and stuff, so I was like, why not? So I'm gonna do that research. So I did
Okay,
the
yeah.
same stuff.
So yeah, she looked at London to Toronto, return
Yeah.
also in September.
Just remind them, I did for one person.
Yes.
Okay, so just to give you like an example, what is real right there.
Okay, so this one is also in September 2026, and there is 55,000 Avios and £120 in cash. So so £120 in taxes.
Yeah.
The cash price for that same dates is £759 and 79 pence.
Yeah, 760.
Yeah,
Yeah.
£760.
And then you have options, right?
Yeah, depending on how many miles you have, at around 27,000 Avios, roughly what a year of that base earning we talked about before builds, you are looking at 28,700 Avios option, paying £490 in taxes and fees. It's still less than half the cash price.
Yeah, and just to remind, like, when you are searching, when you when you are searching for the, can you just
Okay.
yeah, then go back a bit because I need to find the numbers there. Okay, right. So, basically, uh, when you are searching, for example, that one was an example on BA website
Yeah.
to show you the amount you get from a year of earning Avios. And that's a specific example. You're earning Avios through the credit card, the free ones, for example.
Yeah.
And then we showed you the paid ones.
The premium
So
ones, yeah.
when you were searching and then you find the amount of Avios, it's not only like black and white or written on stone. Okay, so I just want to address the elephant in the room because I like this and I like how it sounds. Uh, on BA, for example, they show you all the options. If you want to pay more Avios and then the less taxes, and then less Avios and more taxes. On this case, for example, let me just
Yeah. So this let me say that because I remember by heart.
yeah.
Yeah. So this one is 55,000 Avios. The most Avios you pay,
Yeah.
and then £120 in taxes.
Yeah.
But if you don't have all the Avios, you can pay less Avios and more money.
Yeah.
So you can choose when you're booking.
But
there is a list of options.
But one pattern that I notice, because people sometimes they think, oh my God, I will pay more in taxes, because I'm using, miles. But even though
Yes.
you are paying way less,
Exactly.
because
So
if
in
you,
this example, I
yeah,
was just saying, you are paying, instead of paying 55,000, you are gonna pay 28,700
which is in the middle of how much
Yeah.
you could possibly earn between 18,000 and 36,000
Yes.
miles.
And you're gonna pay a little bit more taxes. Instead of 120, you're
Yeah,
gonna
because
pay
we found the middle ground.
490.
Yeah.
But still, the price, the cash price, is still double of that.
Yeah, it's
So
like it's
760.
so
It was it was the
Yeah.
cash price.
So
So yeah, this is how it works. You can
yeah.
choose to pay a little less obvious and more money,
Yeah.
but still this can vary uh, between among the tickets. You need always to check when you search for your Avios. There is an expansion button where you can see all the options, and
Yeah.
then you need to check which is better for your reality, for your quantity of points, and
Yeah.
how much you have money to pay on the taxes.
Yeah, and that sliding scale is something I did not understand for a long time. You are not locked into one price, you know. So you choose how many miles to use based on what you have,
Exactly.
you know.
And on a longer route, the contrast gets even sharper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I chose Africa and I chose Johannesburg.
Yeah.
So London to Johannesburg.
Yeah. This is a return ticket in October 2026. So this is an off-peak ticket, 66,000 Avios and 170 pounds in taxes. And again, if you have fewer miles, you can pay 25,500 Avios and 530 pounds in taxes. The
Yeah.
same principle as the one before.
And they
So
are
the
yeah.
cash price for this one is 1,689 pounds.
In 99 pence, so 1690
Yeah.
pounds. So 1690 pounds in cash or 25,500 avios and 530 pounds in taxes if you're if you're part way there your miles are built. And just to point out, they were all economy.
Yes.
All economy
So
cabin.
this is less than a third of the cash price.
Yeah.
Even using less hours and paying a bit more taxes.
Yeah.
Okay, so 25,500 hours is, as we said before, roughly what a year of a base earning builds on the average monthly spending before any welcome bonus, before any stacking strategy.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, someone who started today and used the system sensibly uh, for a year could be looking at Johannesburg.
Yeah.
Or Barcelona twice, or Bologna twice. Okay.
Or Toronto, at less than half the cash price.
Yeah. Yeah.
The destination depends on what you want.
Yeah.
The miles built the same way regardless.
Yeah. Now, what I want to do is name the objection I know is forming, and the audience's minds, right now, because I had the same objections in my mind.
Okay, go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
So, uh, people were thinking, I will not get accepted.
Yeah.
They would think like, oh, my credit score is not good enough. It's just rubbish. But these cards are for people with, and then you might be thinking, oh no, these cards are for people with perfect financial profiles, or you're just spot on,
Yeah.
the good credit score.
But that's not true.
No,
The
it's
free
a real myth.
Yeah. The free BA Amex requires a minimum personal income of just 15,000 pounds.
Yeah, like if you have like a part-time job, you're
Yeah.
gonna
The free Barclaycard Avios Mastercard is similarly accessible.
Yeah.
These are not exclusive products. They are designed for people who, already use a credit card responsibly and pay off monthly.
Yeah, because this is very important to point out.
Yeah, which describes most of the people watching this live right
Yeah,
now.
and then paying it off monthly, that is the only non-negotiable.
Yes.
That is really non-negotiable.
Yes, it is because, the system only works when the card is paid in full every month.
Yeah.
You spend what you were always going to spend. You pay it off at the end of the month. Um, the miles are, like the return on the spending that
Yeah.
was always happening. not a reason to spend more. And one important thing about this is if you don't pay in full every month, if you go for the minimum payment or anything like that, you're gonna get interest. You're gonna get have
Yeah,
to
and
pay
it's not
interest.
only that, it's just like the value you're getting from miles. It's just like it's not the point. So you need to be
No,
very conscious about that.
but what I was going to say is, if you pay interest, the amount of Avios you or any points you're earning on the credit card is going to be wiped out
Yeah,
because you're going to pay interest. So the interest on these credit cards are quite high. So they will just annihilate
yeah.
every earning you can possibly do with the points.
So same spending, but just I just want to say like also, if you go with Amex and then Barclays or the Virgin, they have the Planet installments. But then you need to figure out because it depends what you're buying, okay? Because sometimes it's just like if you're gonna use as installments, you just need to read this small these
Yeah,
small lines.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't recommend
yeah,
using it unless you have no other option
yeah.
because the interest
Anyway,
on
we
the
we we
planet.
are just saying there are those strategies that some people
Yeah,
use, and we don't recommend and or recommend because this is not the point here. We're
yeah,
not here to be like financial advisors. We're just showing what is out there to
yeah.
build miles from credit cards, the credit
Okay.
cards that you can earn rewards.
So
Yeah,
let's talk about how to build faster.
yeah,
Because the base earn rate is just the floor. There are three things that
yeah.
compress the timeline significantly. And what is the first one,
Now the
Elisa?
first one, they welcome bonuses.
Yes. When you open a new earning credit card and hit the spending threshold in the first few months, generally 3 months or
Yeah,
6 months sometimes,
yeah,
uh, this is a spending that is going to happen anyway. You receive a lump sum of miles in one go.
yeah.
The free BA Amex gives you 5,000 Avios when you spend £2,000 in the first 3 months. The free Barclay card Avios MasterCard gives you 5,000 Avios for 1,000 in the first 3 months. So someone starting from zero with both free cards on just normal spending
Mm-hmm.
can pick up something like 10,000 Avios in welcome bonuses
Yeah,
before their base earn has even start compounding.
yeah, yeah. And then if they step up to a paid card, Carlos.
Well, the BA Amex Premium Plus, as we said before, gives 30,000 Avios for 6,000 spent in the first 3 months.
Yeah,
The Barclay Card Avios Plus gives 25,000 Avios for 3,000 pounds spent in the first 3 months. And for flexible currency, the Amex Preferred Rewards Gold gives 40,000 membership reward points for 5,000 pounds spent in the first 6 months.
yeah. And just to point out, they steal 40,000 pounds, and they normally this gold one Carlos is mentioning right now is 20,000, but they as all the airline credit cards or credit cards that earn you airline miles, they come from time to time and offering an extra incentive.
Yeah.
So if I'm not wrong, is the 26th or the 27th of May is still running. So if you want to apply, this
Yeah.
is the best
Yeah,
time.
but this is something that comes along a
Yeah.
few times a year.
It's so you can see there's a difference. Like sometimes it's gonna be 20,000, sometimes it's gonna be 40. You just
Yeah.
need to check your
The
strategy.
same thing with the British Airways Premium Plus.
Yeah,
You
the
can
black
get
one.
you can get up to 60,000
Yeah,
Avios, and then they extend the period you have to spend the minimum threshold.
Yeah, so they have like
So it's always good to keep an eye on the promotions, you know. Um,
so those points transfers to this
yeah,
one,
I
the
was
gold
talking
one, for
about the gold
example.
one. Yeah,
Yeah, because this is the
those
flexible
yeah
one.
those points transfer to Avios, Virgin Flying Club, to Flying Blue, and other programs.
Yeah, yeah,
And the gold is free in the first year, so you can earn the welcome bonus and decide whether it works for you
yeah,
before paying anything. If you stay with it for 1 year and you think it's not
yeah,
good enough to pay the fee, which is £195, if I'm not wrong,
yeah, 195
from the second year. Before the second year kicks in, you can just cancel it and not pay anything
Yeah.
more.
So a welcome bonus can deliver, you know, in 3 months what the base earn takes a year to build.
Yeah. On a paid card, yes. If you use one of those paid cards that the bonus is higher, yes, indeed. And welcome bonus offers go higher at certain points of the year. We're just talking about that
Yeah,
before, which is why timing the card opening matters and why we cover those windows on this channel when they open.
yeah. So there is this second lever, the second thing.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
the
this,
shopping portals,
yeah,
right?
this is the shopping portals. Almost every major program has one. The BA, Avios.com, the Flying Blue shopping portal, the Virgin Atlantic shop, which is the shops away. When you buy online, and most of us buy online every week or every month at least, you go through the portal first, click through the retailer you are already going to use, and earn additional miles on top of what the card already earns for you. So, John Lewis, ASOS, Boots, M&S,
Yeah,
all of them.
Matalan,
More than
Boots.
2,000 retailers on the Avios.com
Yeah,
website.
and just a quick tip, um, every time if you go to the shopping portal, I would suggest you always clean your cache and your cookies. Okay,
Yes.
clean, and then you go and open, let's say, Avios or Shops Away, and then go first there, then click there. They also nowadays has been like I think a year. There's a pop up coming and then remind you, okay, you need to be clean, it needs to be clean your cache, and then also just go straight, don't go to another tab and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
if you guys want a deeper dive in how to use the program, the portals and all that, just let us know. Drop a comment.
Yeah,
and tell us that
because
you
a
want
lot
to.
of people they still feel confused,
Yeah,
and this is normal because
yeah,
we did feel in the past a
yeah,
long time ago, so it's normal people behavior. It was just like even though sometimes it's very intuitive,
yeah.
but so instead, like you're saying, like so instead of um I mean one one average per pound on online purchase, people might earn 3, 4, 10, 20 times
Yeah,
that.
because it depends on the promo. It's available on the
Yeah,
portal. So yeah, sometimes I've seen even like 40 or
yeah,
80
I saw.
points per
Yeah,
pound spent, depending on the retailer.
yeah, and
But
this on the same purchase.
yeah, all this on the
So
same
just
purchase. So let's say if you're buying something at, you know, Nike or Adidas,
if you go Boots, for example,
and
let's go
then
something.
let's say they're paying 10 points per pound. You earn those 10 points per pound, and then you earn the 1 point per pound from the card.
Yeah,
If you have one of those premium cards,
yeah,
you earn the 1.5. So you're earning anywhere between 10 to 1150 points.
yeah. I mean,
You know,
we use most of when we are traveling. We use a lot of all core or red. So like all core is always the one. Like if you going to travel and then you're gonna book, always go between 7 to 15.
yes,
So 15 Avios per pound, and do the math.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, like
Yeah.
you're saying, this is all on the same
If you're
purchase
spending if
from.
you're spending like £1,000 on a hotel stay, which is uh, let's say you're staying a week, it's about
Yeah,
7 days,
Avios
will
hotels is
be
10 per one.
like, let's say, £100 per night average. So you are spending like 700 pounds times 10 is 7,000, you know, points on one stay.
Yeah,
So it compounds,
and there is
and
no extra
and
cost.
there is no extra cost for that. You're gonna book the hotel anyway. The only habit that changes is going through the portal first, and that's it.
Yeah. So then we have the third lever, which is the most common, the most mistakeful, obviously.
I would
And
say
then
the even the easiest one.
yeah,
The one it's one that
we keep you on the same key. If you had a piano here, it would be like the key
yeah.
down.
Yeah, because it's important people to get this in their mind because
Yeah,
everyone does this one,
yeah,
and almost every day. And a lot of people just sit on lots of points and they don't even know. And
no,
this is the supermarket loyalty schemes.
yeah,
This one surprises people every time.
yeah,
You know, if you shop at Sainsbury's, you are almost certainly collecting nectar points.
yeah,
And those points transfer directly to Avios, and you can do it automatically
yeah.
without doing anything. If you shop at Tesco, your club card points transfer to Virgin Atlantic Flying Club.
And you can
And
use the same system like the nectar to BA. You can choose instead of manually, you can choose automatically.
yes,
And they go from time to time, they give you extra points for that.
Yeah.
If it's your first time doing automatically.
both programs give
They
you
always
loads of promotions
the
and
bonuses.
opportunity to earn more points on their shoppings. And a lot of people watching this are already, as I said before, earning um, these points and either spending them on kind low value redemptions
Yeah.
or letting them sit there unused.
Yeah. Which means some people that are watching right now already have miles, sitting somewhere, like you said, and they have never looked at. They
Yeah.
never looked at.
Yeah. Before opening a single new card and before checking anything, they have all these points there just
Yeah.
floating around.
And that brings us to what we want to what we want you to actually do this week. Okay?
Yeah. Let's bring this together and just do a little recap before
Yeah.
we tell them about
So
that.
yeah.
So go ahead.
Yeah, so we talk about like every month your credit card is working hard, right?
Yes.
And then processing every shop, every bill, everyday life, and all of that spending is generating value somewhere.
Yes.
Right? Then
Yeah.
we covered.
Yeah. Right now, most people watching this, that value is going to the bank.
Yeah.
A standard cashback card, as we said in the beginning, on the 1,500 of monthly spending earns £90 a year. The same spending through the right earning credit card builds towards, Barcelona for £2, Bologna for £2, Toronto for £100 instead of 759, Johannesburg for £170 instead of 1,690.
And not because they are spending more, not because you earn more, but because you change which card this spending runs through.
Yeah, and the three things that accelerate that build.
Yeah, we just covered them.
The welcome bonuses that deliver most of earning in one go, the shopping portal that stacks additional miles on purchases you were already making.
Yeah.
And
The supermarket loyalty that transfers that turn Anecta points or club card vouchers into real miles.
yes,
Okay? Those three things together compress the timeline from years to months. So this is a world, I mean, most people in UK do not know exists. Not because, it's complicated,
yeah,
but because nobody has ever sat them down and showed them how it works.
exactly, yes. And that is what we are here for. Every Sunday, slightly the same time,
Yeah.
between 8 and 9,
It's not too hot.
same depth.
Yeah, so here is your task for this week. And this one is different from the previous weeks, okay? We do not want you to search for flights today. We want you to look at your wallet.
Yes. And don't worry, we don't want your money. It's just for you to check what cards are you using right now for your everyday spending. Is it a standard card that comes with your current account? Or is it a basic Visa or MasterCard that earns nothing meaningful, you know?
Or even,
Oh yeah, or is it already an earning card?
yeah, and then if you are thinking about switching, the next question is, does a free card make sense for you right now? Or would you pay an annual fee to get higher earn rate and a bigger welcome bonus?
Yes, and that depends on two things.
Yeah,
How soon do you want to travel? And how much are you realistically spending every month?
yeah,
If you want to travel in the next 6 to 12 months,
yeah.
a, a paid card with a large welcome bonus compresses the build significantly.
Yeah, it does.
If you are happy to build steadily over a longer period, the free cards are a perfectly solid starting point.
And this is where we want to help you. We want to help you directly.
Yeah.
Okay. If you are interested in applying for any of these cards we just mentioned tonight, the free BA Amex, the Virgin cards, the free or the paid one, and the Amex Gold, any of them, get in touch with us. The email is in the description, or you can drop us a message on Instagram. Okay.
Yeah. And if you are interested, we will send you a referral link.
Yeah.
And just to be honest with you guys, transparent here, when you apply through our link, you get an increased welcome bonus on top of the standard offer.
Yeah.
And we receive a referral bonus too. So it works both ways.
Like the same, if you have like a Costa or other ones, they have the same. But this is for miles, which is way better.
You get more miles to start, and we get a small thank you
To
for
carry on.
the introduction.
Yeah. So there is like no cash, no obligation. We just want to, stand out there and just so you can have like a better starting point than going directly. Okay.
Yeah. Now, if you want to understand all of this with more clarity, we run the Flight Plan Accelerator Week a few times a year, where we take everything we cover in this channel and put together in 3 sessions with loads of content for you guys. The link to join the wait list is in the description right now, so you can click there and join the waiting list.
Yeah. If today's episode made you think, right, I need to actually do something about this. Wow, the Flight Plan Accelerator Week is where that something happens.
Yes.
Yeah. So join the list. We will let you know when the next one opens. Okay.
And don't forget to drop a comment below with your destinations, just the place and nothing else if you don't want. If you want to put more details, feel free.
Yeah.
We read everyone on
As
the
we always
comments.
do. And subscribe if you haven't done yet. Next Sunday, we're going to talk about something most Miles content never tell you. So, what actually happens to Miles when you collect without a plan?
Yes.
And why it almost ends the same way, right?
Yes, that's right. So, guys, thank you for being here tonight, and we will
Yeah.
see you next Sunday.
Yeah, see you
Right?
next
Thank you
Sunday.
very much.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Take care. Bye bye.